So essential oils, they are something that is used throughout the world for different purposes. And in different countries, they are used very differently. A lot of times people use them as a single oil on its own, and sometimes they use them as an oil that is used in combination with something else. What we're looking for is natural solutions that empower us to make the best health decisions for our families that we can. And so we're going to go through this presentation on natural solutions that empower us for healthy, safer lives. So who is this for? If you want or need safe, effective, and affordable healthcare solutions that would sometimes replace, sometimes supplement a health program that you're already on, that's who this is for. And you obviously have multiple choices when you're picking products to go with. The reason that I choose Doterra is because they are the #1 researched brand in the United States, but they are also the #1 researched brand throughout the world. And so when they say that their product is absolutely pure, they absolutely mean it. And so we want to make sure that we are using products always that allow us to help our body and not hurt our bodies. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. The modern day approach to medicine. Many people go into the doctor because something is happening. Those things can be anywhere from I'm tired all the time, I can't sleep, I have an upset stomach all the time, I have trouble digesting food, I'm constipated, I'm losing my hair. Those symptoms can vary across the board, but what's given to them is a solution right there in office, and that is a pill that's made from something synthetic that often, in fact, almost always has poor side effects. And they never actually dig deep enough to find the root cause of that. And my best example that I can give of this is my own situation that happened. And this is what led me to kind of a more systematic approach to healthcare. And that is in 2014. So my background, I am a doctor of physical therapy or physiotherapy, depending on where you're at in the world. And in 2014, my twin boys were 4 years old, and I started having tremendous amounts of low back pain. And specifically, it was what they call the sacroiliac pain. I didn't have any numbness or tingling down my legs. This was not an issue of a disc in my low back. This was very isolated, more to the left side than the right side, but definitely the SI joint region. A little bit of my medical history. I don't do well with any drugs, like Tylenol upsets my stomach. So when I went to my primary care physician and said, I think I might need to see a rheumatologist, and here's why. My mom and my grandma both have lupus, and my mom has Sjogren's, and my mom has rheumatoid arthritis, and she has hemochromatosis, and she has all of these things. And then my sister has psoriasis, my brother has eczema, and there's a lot of autoimmune stuff in my family. And all of a sudden, I have this back pain that I've had for 8 months. That's getting to the point where I don't really want to do the things that I enjoy doing because it hurts all the time. And I'm doing all of the things that I would tell my back pain patients to do, and it's not getting better. And her response was, after we talked about what I had tried in terms of medications in the past for different things, to prescribe me a painkiller that causes me to vomit, a muscle relaxer that causes me to hallucinate, and an anti-inflammatory steroid that makes it so that I can't sleep. And when I say not sleep, I mean, if I get 30 minutes of sleep a day while I'm on that particular medication, I'm lucky. And she's prescribed it for 6 weeks. So she didn't hear anything I said, and she gave me the referral to the rheumatologist. And when I went to the rheumatologist, I asked, what are the options for diagnosis? And he said, we inject you with this steroid and see how you do. And I said, but I just told you that my body doesn't respond well to those things. And he said, in some not so pleasant terms, including cussing at me in front of my spouse, and knowing who I was, because he had sent patients to me in the past, that he was the doctor, he would determine the course of treatment, and this is the way we did it, or I could get out. Not once did they want to look at what was causing the problem. Just let's medicate the crap out of it and see how you do. And $6.5 trillion is spent on global healthcare. I can tell you that 4 trillion of that is spent in the United States, which should tell you if $6.5 trillion is spent worldwide and over half of it is spent here in the US, that we have a problem and we're not doing it right. So the other thing I'd like you to consider is how many people do you know that are taking a medication that are actually healthier than they were before they started that medication? How many of them don't need a second and a third medication to follow up? So what I would encourage you to do is this: take the more natural approach. Start looking at what went wrong and where it went wrong. And what were the symptoms that developed because of that? And then let's address the problem. So one of the best things about essential oils is that they are all natural and they do come from plants. And what I'm going to tell you about that is that just because it says it's all natural doesn't mean 100% safe for everyone. And the reason is because obviously all of us have different life experiences and some of us have allergies to certain plants. I can tell you for one, I'm allergic to avocado. It's very sad. Makes me want to cry every time I think about it. I'm also allergic to spinach, like an anaphylactic reaction to spinach. And so is my son. So obviously, a natural approach doesn't always mean, yes, you can use every product 100%. It means we have to work with your system and figure out what works well. But because they're extracted from plants and they are not synthetic at all, and the products are 100% all natural and 100% pure, and they don't have anything in them that they should not have, they are not adulterated in any way. It also means that they enhance the physical health of each cell at the cellular level instead of fighting against it. And unless you have an allergy, there is no side effects. So what are essential oils? How do you use them? And how can you get them in the home? This is what we're going to answer today. And I want you to keep in mind across the board that they are effective. In 2017, it was determined that my thyroid was slightly functioning under normal capacity, and my doctor wanted to put me on medication. I tried some supplements, I tried some dietary changes, etc. The one thing that finally kicked it over for me that helped my thyroid the most was a blend of essential oils that helps support low functioning thyroid. And then through some genetics testing, I found out that one of the reasons my thyroid is low functioning is because my body doesn't like to fully detox. And your thyroid tissue, because it's glandular, likes to absorb those toxins. And so I had to find a way to start detoxing in order to help my body. So essential oils are one of the most effective products on the market that you can get for a myriad of different things. And that's because they contain these natural aromatic compounds that are extracted and distilled from the plant themselves. But it also means that we have whole plant particles. And those whole plant particles in the research have been shown to be more effective than the individual constituents of each oil. So this is peppermint oil, but if we're talking about lavender, lavender oil is a combination of linalool and linaloyl acetate. Those two compounds are used in things like muscle relaxers. They are used in things like anti-anxiety medication. They are used in steroids. They are used in anti-inflammatories. What the study that was published in July of 2021 found was that lavender oil taken internally or topically was more effective than linaloyl on its own, linaloyl acetate, or linalool on its own. And most of the time, they do not combine the two things that make up lavender in any medication. So the lavender was more effective than the medication. And in 3 peer-reviewed studies, had absolutely zero side effects, except for what some participants called lavender burps, where they would burp and taste lavender. So essential oils are effective. They are comprised of hundreds of different compounds that utilize the complex and versatile abilities of those to combat threats without building up a resistance in your body. And they work with the body to address root cause on a cellular level. The one thing you can see here, the green is the essential oil. The black is the cell membrane. The cell membrane is made out of fats, and the oils are what we call lipotropic. So they do like fats. And that means that they will cross the cell membrane, go into the cell, and start helping the cell at the level that the cell needs it. They are also super effective. I don't know if you've ever used peppermint tea, especially women who are pregnant. They use either peppermint or ginger tea a lot of times to help settle that morning sickness type irritation. And one thing to note is that 1 drop from a 15 milliliter bottle of peppermint oil is as effective as 28 cups of peppermint tea. So here in the United States, a box of organic peppermint tea can range anywhere from $7.99 to about $11.99, depending on the brand that you're getting and whether it's whole leaf or crushed. So $7.99, it's usually 10 to 12 tea bags, which would mean that I would need 2 to 3 boxes of tea at $7.99, which is a little over $21, to make up 1 drop of peppermint oil. The entire bottle of peppermint oil is over 100 drops, and it's $19. So it would cost me to get the same amount from 1 drop of peppermint oil, when you consider the bottle is $19. If we divide that by 119 cents to make the difference between that and 3 boxes of tea, which is what it would take to equate. So they are affordable. And then Doterra is 100% pure, and they hold this quality standard that no other oil company on earth holds. They have had their products tested by independent peer-reviewed studies for over the last decade. And the original studies were not even asked to be done by Doterra. They were done independently by a lab because of a lawsuit. And it was determined that Doterra's product was more pure and more potent than the other products. They are the most tested and trusted brand in the world. Most of the oils that you will find out there they have some synthetic in them. That synthetic can be something as natural as petroleum. It is the most common thing that essential oils are cut with. And that's because, number one, it's very inexpensive, but number two, it also shows up as an organic compound on a mass spectrometry test, which is the base level of testing that anyone can go through. Some of them are food grade, which means that you could put them in things that you are going to cook, but you would never want to take them just out of the bottle. Some of them are therapeutic, which means that you could put them on the skin, but you definitely don't want to be taking them internally. And then there's Doterra's oils, which held themselves to a significantly higher standard, and they go through third-party testing on every batch of oil they produce. So how do you use these oils? Aromatically is the most common way around the world, and a lot of people use these to breathe in or diffuse to open the airways, boost mood, and freshen the air. I have a roller bottle here, and I'm just going to grab one other bottle sitting here. In my home, we have these everywhere. We have diffusers in every room, bottles of essential oil everywhere. So one thing you could do is this is the adaptive blend. It's meant to help calm the nervous system down. It helps promote restful sleep. It helps with feelings of overwhelm. So you could roll it on the inside of the wrist here. And then when you're feeling overwhelmed, just smell it. If you're someone who is having some trouble breathing, the best one to take is either the Breathe blend or the peppermint oil. You can also use eucalyptus or lemon eucalyptus. Then you're going to just take 1 drop into the palm of the hand, rub the palms of the hands together, cup them like this, and take a deep breath in. Now, again, you can also put them in diffusers with distilled water and have them diffusing in the home to help freshen the air and also promote immune boosting effects, as well as cleansing the air. And also to help improve the mood or focus. Last year, I gave a bunch of oils to the teachers at my children's school and a small diffuser for each of them to diffuse in their room. So that way the kids had more balance and focus after that lunchtime meal, and all of them really appreciated it. So you do have those options. The blend that I was using in my hands today is called DDR Prime. It is to help the mitochondria specifically and help restore health of all of the cells. So peppermint, this oil helps cool the body, helps people stay alert, particularly if you take a drop of it and stick it just behind the front 2 teeth on the roof of the mouth. It helps relieve head tension, promotes feelings of clear breathing, and relieves an upset stomach when ingested. One of the benefits of peppermint oil that is not listed here, bugs do not like it. So you can put some peppermint oil with distilled water in a small spray bottle that you can order for very inexpensive off Amazon. And you can spray it on you and it works as a natural bug spray. You can also take it and put drops in front of any doors or window sills, and it helps keep ants and spiders out of the home. Wild orange, as well as most of the other citrus oils, are very, very purifying and cleansing. They help support immune function and they uplift the mind and body. Wild orange is great, as well as lemon and bergamot, at removing little sticker residues, including things from like a Band-Aid or hospital tape that they put on you if you've had a procedure done. They also help revitalize wood furniture. Oils can be applied topically. With kiddos, the most common place to apply an oil is on the bottoms of the feet. You can apply them as well to the affected area. So say one of your kiddos is having some digestive issues, you can take the Digest Zen blend, put a drop in your hand, put a drop also of coconut oil or olive oil, rub that together, and then do a massage from the right side across down to the hip bone, across the other hip bone, and back up in a circle like that for the digestive tract over the abdomen. You can also apply them to the spine and help improve the nervous system and the immune system. Deep Blue is one of Doterra's most popular oils. We now have the approval to say that Deep Blue is great for arthritic pain, joint pain, muscle pain, strains, and aches, as well as relieving muscle tension after a hard workout. Or a day when you're standing on your feet, putting it on your low back can help relieve low back tension as well. You can take Doterra oils internally. It is the only brand in the world that has that distinction and has been tested for taking internally. So you can drop it in the water, drop it directly under your tongue or into a veggie capsule and swallow. We're going to talk a little bit about some of these oils very specifically. You will notice later that they are part of the Healthy Start kit, I believe. It might be the Well kit. We'll talk about that in a minute though. So Doterra On Guard is the immune boosting blend. It's a combination of frankincense, lemon, clove, cinnamon, cassia, and rosemary. Sorry, I had to think about that for a moment. I have this diffusing in the house during cold and flu season to decrease the spread of that threat in our home. I also put this 2 to 3 drops in my coffee every morning because it gives it a great taste, as well as helping boost my immune system. And I do work with the general public, so that's important to me. And then we use this in a roller on the kids' spine at night before they go to bed. And I also tend to put it over my sinuses when it's coming time for yard work because my sinuses are a place where I'm a little bit weak in my immune system. So how do they help you? Doterra has multiple lines, and those lines help with a variety of different things. They have everything from some of the most tested multivitamins to digestive support, to oral health support, laundry detergent, home cleaner, etc. And it's one more way that you can live empowered. So these oils that are marked here: breathe, digestin, past tense, tea tree, lavender. And then as we go to the next page, Aroma Touch, the coconut oil, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, lemon, and the Terrazyme digestive enzyme complex are all part of their excuse me, sorry, trying to get to it, Healthy Habits Kit. So in the Healthy Habits Kit, you get all of these things. And the price for this kit, if you buy it and join today, is $195. The Lifelong Vitality Pack, you can buy this separately. And it is an omega oil that contains omega-6, 3, and 9. This is a blend of 27 different minerals and vitamins that your body needs every day. And the Alpha CRS is the antioxidant blend. And this is great for people who work out. It's great for people who carry a lot of stress. It's great for people who have had some kind of stress to the immune system because it helps rebuild those cells and decrease the threats that you would have from external environments. Of course, you get the deep blue rub for any aches and pains that you might have, the probiotic, and the Terrazyme to help with digesting food better. The balance oil is a great one for helping you calm down the nervous system. They call it an adjustment in a bottle. And then, of course, the lemon and the lavender, frankincense, and On Guard as well. The Healthy Start Kit comes as these oils. They are all 5 milliliters plus the diffuser. The Natural Solutions Kit. This kit comes with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It comes with the On Guard mouthwash, foaming hand soap dispensers, fractionated coconut oil, the Terrazyme, the PB Assist, the On Guard hand spray, the On Guard protective gel capsules, On Guard beadlets for your kiddos, the On Guard oil, past tense, breathe, balance, aroma touch, peppermint, tea tree, lemon, lavender, frankincense, wild orange, digestin, and serenity. It also comes with, sorry about that, the Doterra hair care line that's for smoothing. The one thing I will say, if you're somebody with curly hair, you're going to want to give away this conditioner to somebody who has bored straight hair because it does have silicone in it, and that silicone will wreck your curly hair. The hand and body lotion is my absolute favorite. It also comes with the deep blue rub, the Correct X for skin imperfections, and the Doterra Breathe stick, which is a menthol stick that you can rub on different body parts. If you are thinking about starting a business with Doterra, this is the kit you want to get because it gives you the opportunity to sample the most products as well as give the most samples to people. So this is the kit that I would purchase. If not, I would get the Healthy Habits Kit. They also have just the Healthy Home Kit, which does not have the Lifelong Vitality Pack, but does have just about everything else that that kit had in it, minus the mouthwash and the beadlets and the On Guard gel capsules. The smartest way to buy Doterra products is on a loyalty rewards program. So every month, I would recommend that you set up what's called the loyalty order. And you can set that up, especially if you go from the 1st through the 15th of the month, you'll earn a free product if your point total is 125 or more, and you earn points back. So in your first 3 months, you earn 10%. And by about 18 months, you're earning 30% back so that you can get free product Again, so that you can either use it in your home or you can use it to give away as samples to people who might be interested in using doTERRA products in their home and building a business of their own. And when you sign up for loyalty rewards, you do shop 25% below retail. We have a product price list here, and I'm not going to blow this up because it hasn't been updated to the most recent stuff released this fall. But one of the other reasons that you might choose doTERRA is because they're changing lives around the globe. So doTERRA is in multiple countries, but not just for representatives like myself. They are in multiple countries farming with these families that you see. So that is the presentation that I wanted to give you today. And what I would like to say is, if you'd like to invite someone to this, I do this every Sunday at the same time. So it's 12:30 Mountain Time in the United States. And that is a great way to introduce the products to someone else. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you're interested in building a business and a partnership with myself and with doTERRA, please contact me and we'll get started on how you can join right away. Have a great day.